Hello, did you know that there's something that nobody can take from you? It's your ability to choose. As Dostoevsky said, there's only one thing that I dread, not to be worthy of my sufferings. And I think that that's pretty important. Given a set of horrible things that happen to you, given a really hard thing, let's maybe take a more benign example. I speedrun a lot of games. I'm speedrunning Get to Work right now. And as part of speedrunning, it's a lot of failure, a lot of almost getting a new personal best and then blundering right at the finish line. It's horrible. It feels so bad. Obviously, that's a pretty benign suffering, but the point still stands that given that situation, do you scream and shit and piss yourself, or do you say, all right, let me play again, let me try again? Do you practice it? Do you put in the effort to get better and then improve? I think what's so interesting is this idea that given the same exact circumstances, you are allowed to choose any approach. You're the master of your own mind, man. You hear someone call you a name, you can totally just choose, man. You can choose whatever the hell you want to say. And that's beautiful. That's the power of being a person. And so I think that what Dostoevsky, for example, is saying there is that given all these sufferings, given all these tests, given these opportunities to learn, to truly find out what matters through suffering, to given the ability to realize values that have been tested through suffering, given the ability to say, oh my God, whoa, I there was no way for me to be prepared for this, but I get to learn. I get this opportunity to learn and improve. Your response to that circumstance is what matters. And that's an incredibly powerful thing. For example, I think, when my dad died, I watched him die on FaceTime, right? And I think for a long time after that, I was really sad and frustrated and depressed and just demotivated about everything. Because I was like, man, how can this be fair that a guy who loved his family, was into exercise, just was a great dude, so passionate about everything, so loving, how could this guy be punished with such a brutal disease like ALS? What part of life is worth living if you can just get screwed like that? And I think that's a response that I chose. I think I got to be kind to myself. It's quite a while ago at this point, and I didn't know the things that I know now. But at the end of the day, it was all a choice. I could have responded to that situation very, very differently. I could have really elevated my relationships with my family. I could have really focused on loving the people that I still have in my life at the time. But instead, I played games to numb the pain and read hours and hours of Reddit while drooling in bed. But I mean, again, these are lessons, and I think really important. And I guess I'm really thankful to have the relatively benign sufferings that I've had luck of having, because at the end of the day, holy shit, I could have been born 100 years ago and been in an internment camp. Though reading through Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, I mean, one of the things that stuck out for me, dude, this was a heavy topic here, is that a lot of the camp folk, you had to the new members had to often go to like clean up the sewers, right? It's the sewage. And you'd have to like bring the sewage to a disposal spot, but throughout that process, you might have literal shit and stuff splash on you, and you were not able to clean your face. If you went like this to wipe shit off of your face, you'd get punished. And holy shit, well, untimely joke, but I'm not in that situation. What a horrible thing where you don't even have the freedom to clean shit off your face. That is horrible. And I've realized, dude, I got a nice life. I have cool pictures of anime and video games in the background. I'm very thankful for the position that I'm in. But that being said, every position has different challenges. Mine are not that level of challenge, thankfully. I don't think that any human should go through that. But I think the more I read about Man's Search for Meaning, like, oh my God, dude, everyone has to read it. I think it's a mandatory read. I think every single human being needs to read the book to understand what it means to lose all of your freedoms, to lose the ability to do stuff like that. But the beautiful thing is, because this idea that you can choose how you respond given a set of circumstances, that's from Viktor Frankl here. Like, Viktor Frankl's idea here is, okay, you are getting fucked so bad by life for no reason. It doesn't even make sense. It's horrible. This is like the circumstances of World War II are just awful. And yet you can come out of an internment camp feeling positive about life. That doesn't make any sense. And yet you can, because you can just choose to have those values and have that inner peace and inner mind. And so the more I've thought about it, the more it's like, all right, bucko. Yeah, you're afraid to post to YouTube? All right, big guy. Well, I should be kind to myself and patient, but also realize what a goddamn amazing problem to have. To have a desire to be creative and love people and share information and make fun videos, and being able to do it. I simply can choose. And if a video doesn't do well, someone makes fun of it, I don't care. How do you respond? Do you get really sad and do nothing? Or do you say, all right, let me improve. Let me figure out a way to do this better. Let me go for it. And, again, at the end of the day, life is hard. One horrible, horrible circumstance does not mean that it's impossible to have difficulty in other circumstances. But I do think that, if there's a meaning to life, dude, and suffering is a part of life, then there's got to be a meaning to suffering, right? And I think that the point of suffering is figuring out how you will respond to hard situations and difficulty, and simply choosing the one that makes you proudest and makes you happiest. So I think the next time you're in an argument, be kind and be friendly and be understanding and say sorry and try to understand the other person. The next time someone's getting angry at you on the road, give them a wave. Maybe don't give them a wave. Simply do nothing and jam out to your favorite song. I don't know. Do whatever you think makes sense. Other than losing your ability to think consciously and choose a choice that makes you happy. Anyway, it's very interesting. Very awesome thoughts I've been having today. And God, everyone should read Man's Search for Meaning, man. It's so incredible. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. This is a Chris vlog for December 6th, 2024. Bye.